Hello everyone, in today's tutorial we are going to be making a little trio of school bows. You don't have to make these school bows, you can use any patterns of ribbon or colours that you like. So we're going to be making one bigger bow with tails down and then a little pair of smaller bows also with tails down, which you could wear in piggies or ends of braids. So this is a really nice little set. We're using a clip for the bigger one and hair elastics on the two smaller ones. We're going to be using this 𝘰𝘳𝘢𝑗 all-purpose adhesive, which is optional. We will use hot glue also. I've already cut my ribbon for the bigger bow. We've got a mix of 1 inch wide ribbon and 1.5 inch wide ribbon, and we're going to layer these on top of the wider ribbon. So these two plain red pieces are both 1.5 inch wide ribbon or 4 centimetres wide. This one piece is cut to 15 centimetres in length or just under 6 inches. You can cut it around 6 inches. And then this 1 inch wide ribbon or 2.5 centimetre wide. And this piece is also cut to 15 centimetres or roughly around 6 inches. So we're going to layer these two together. And then this piece again is another 1.5 inch wide ribbon. And this is cut to 18.5 centimetres in length, or if you prefer to work in inches, it is 7.3 inches in length. And again, we've got a piece of 1 inch gingham patterned ribbon in the same length, so this one is also cut to 18.5 centimetres or 7.3 inches in length. So we're going to go ahead and make this larger bow first. So first of all, taking a lighter, I'm going to use the blue part of the flame and just run it along each raw edge of the ribbon. This gets rid of any frays and prevents any further fraying. And then taking the 𝘰𝘳𝘢 glue, we're going to layer these one on top of the other. So I'm going to place my 𝘰𝘳𝘢 glue just in the middle edge of the ribbon to begin with. There's a little bit too much on there, so I'm just going to dab it onto the other end to transfer a little bit over, and then I'm just going to do a couple more dots a little way in, not too close to the middle, just a little way in from the edge, and then I'm going to line up my more narrow piece of ribbon on the top, making sure it's nice and central. If you don't have 𝘰𝘳𝘢 glue, you can use a little bit of hot glue, of course. It's just a little bit more thicker, so it doesn't lay so flat, but as long as you use just a small amount, that would be absolutely fine. So that's one piece done. Now we're going to do the two shorter pieces in exactly the same way. So we've got our pieces all lined now, ready to make the bow. So taking the longer piece first of all, we're going to fold it in half to find the centre. So fold it in half, lining the raw ends up, and then finding that centre, give it a little squeeze and a little bit of heat from the lighter. It will help to mark a crease in there, so we can use it as a guide for the centre, making sure we get it all nice and even. And now we are going to make a full loop, so we're going to pop a little bit of glue on the end. I'm using the 𝘰𝘳𝘢 glue again. Again, you can use hot glue, but make sure you use a very thin layer, because when it comes to making the pinch, or if you do sew the bow, it's hard to get a needle through the hot glue. So I like to use this type of glue for this reason. So I'm overlapping it by around sort of half centimetre, a centimetre, just overlapping those two ends to make that full loop. And then using this crease as a guide, we're going to push this down to meet where we've just overlapped it. So halfway between this overlap, so about here, halfway between the overlap, we're going to bring that crease down in line with that, so we know that those loops are both evenly spaced. Now I've got a needle and thread here, threaded with some strong thread, but I'm not going to sew it straight away. I want to show you how to do it freehand. So if you don't like sewing, this is how you make a freehand pinch. So with the crease facing up towards you, you want to make the first little fold in the middle, and then I'll just show you that again. So make a fold up in the middle and then another fold next to that, and then another one on the opposite side. So you've got 3 little hills and 2 valleys, so to speak, a triple pinch. And then using the thread with no needle, you just want to wrap it around the middle. So I'll just show you for now. I know I've got my needle on there, but you'd basically just pop the thread under there, wrap it around a few times and then tie it off on the underside. So that is how you do a freehand pinch. But if you don't mind sewing and you do want to sew it, this is how you sew it. Taking that needle threaded with that strong thread and a knot in the end, we're going to do 6 stitches across this middle, always going in through the top for our first stitch, and then we should come out from the bottom towards the top for the last stitch. So 6 stitches going in through the top for our first stitch. That's 1, coming up through the edge of that gingham from the bottom for our second stitch, in through the top for our third stitch, 4, we're mirroring the 3 stitches now on the other side, so 5th stitch, edge of the gingham, and the 6th and final stitch coming out through the bottom in that red part. So this is what it looks like from the top, and now we are going to pull on that long piece of thread to form that pinch. So just pulling on the thread, you will notice that pinch start to form. So again, this is a triple pinch. Those 6 stitches make those 3 hills and 2 valleys, and then wrapping the rest of the thread around to hold it in place, and then we're just going to catch a little bit of ribbon going through on the underside, making sure it don't get in a knot like that, and then going through again for the second time, and this time before pulling it tight, go through that loose loop just to form a knot so that you can trim off the rest of that thread. So you have got like this little tux bow now. It looks nice just like this, but of course we're going to add those little tails now. So going back to our shorter piece of ribbon, we're going to fold this in half again to find the centre. So in the same way as before, we're going to use a little bit of heat from the lighter to mark a crease in there. And then I've threaded my needle with another piece of thread and I've popped a knot in the end. We're going to sew through that crease, so we're not going to make this into a loop because obviously these are tails. So sewing across that crease, we're going to do 6 stitches again. So again, you can do this freehand the same way as you did before, so folding up the middle and then another little fold either side. You can do it freehand, you don't have to sew it, but if you do prefer to sew, 6 stitches the same as we did before. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is what it looks like. Pull that all the way through, make that pinch in the middle, wrap the thread around and then seal it off on the underside. So this is what you should end up with, and now we're going to fold these downwards like this to form the tails. This time we're going to use hot glue. So just folding it down to flatten the side edge where we're going to attach this to the bow. Place a little bit of hot glue on that side and then attach it to the side middle of the bow that we just made, like that. And then once that has set enough to let go, this is what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous already? And now we're going to cut these ends. I like to do them as what I call a snake tongue, so like a V shape in there. So to do that, I fold the end of the ribbon lengthways in half, and then using my Fiskars fabric scissors, I'm going to cut from the open edge, so not the folded side, the open side, and I'm going to slightly round it as I cut diagonally. I like to round it to give a sort of softened V look, if that makes sense. So rather than cutting it straight, I slightly round the scissors. And now I'm holding it together but not touching, so you want a little gap in there, and we're going to heat seal the end. The reason I leave a little gap is so that the 2 edges of the ribbon don't melt and stick together. And now we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So folding that end in half, cutting from the open side diagonally, slightly rounded, keeping it open slightly whilst I heat seal the ends. And this is what it looks like now, and now we're ready to add our clip. So I've already lined a 45mm hair clip. I'm going to place some glue on the top and then place it on the underside of my bow. Lining the hair clip is completely optional. This is just something that I like to do because it just gives it a really nice finish. And then I've got this gingham ribbon which I'm going to use to wrap around the centre. So I'm just going to trim off around sort of roughly about 11-12 centimetres. I'm going to use the lighter to heat seal the raw end, and then using a little bit of hot glue on one end to start off with, I'm going to start wrapping the middle, so under the clip, central to the hair bow, making sure it's in the middle. Start wrapping it around the bow, around the tail, nice and tightly, not too tight so that it creases, just but nice and firm. Round again under the clip. We'll go around once more, so wrap it all the way around the front again. This time I'm just going to place a little bit of hot glue just to make sure it stays in place across the front of that bow. And then this time on the underside I'm going to trim off the excess, leaving just enough to glue under the clip. Again, heat seal that raw edge and then stick it underneath the clip. And that is the larger bow complete. Isn't that gorgeous? Again, you don't have to make it with gingham. You can make that in any style that you like. And now we're going to use the other ribbon to make two little piggy bows. So you can again use these on ponytails or two braids. This is exactly the same method as the larger bow. We're just not layering up those pieces onto a wider piece of ribbon. So the pieces that I'm using are 2.5 centimetres or 1 inch wide ribbon, and they are both cut to 11.5 centimetres in length, or if you prefer to work in inches, they are just under 5 inches in length. The only difference is with using 1 inch wide ribbon is you don't need 6 stitches across the middle. You only need 4 stitches to form the pinch, or if you're doing freehand, you just need to fold it down in the middle first and then make a fold either side, so you've got 2 hills and just 1 valley in the middle. I did the same with the tails, 4 stitches in the middle and then just gluing them onto the bows, and then we're ready to add the elastics. So I've got these 2 red elastics. As you can see a little join in the elastic, and I like to stick the join onto the back of the bow just to strengthen the elastic really. So I'm going to apply the glue. I'm going to apply the glue to the back of the bow actually, so applying the glue to the back of the bow and then placing that join bottom down into that glue. On these smaller ones I used a plain red ribbon to wrap around the centre, and that is that little set of hair bows complete. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you press the bell button, that will turn on notifications. I'll be back again soon with another video. Bye!